Hey guys, welcome to a reaction of the season finale of The Real Housewives of New York. And guys, I felt like they did a little something for us to appreciate the ending of The Real Housewives of New York, this reboot situation. So let's get into this reaction, y'all. So we open up the episode with a little fortune telling of Bryn and a psychic, and I thought, I would like a much more longer kind of evaluation on Jessel and what the psychic thought was for her future, because usually when we get those type of moments, we get kind of like a foreshadow for what's to come, seasons to come, if we were to invest into this housewife. So I wish the psychic expanded more on that, but pretty much he said what we could have all guessed was that Bryn was gonna be in the middle of some sort of drama. And I feel like that's, after getting to know Bryn throughout this whole season, it's quite obvious she likes to steer the pot, get into the whole action of everything. So this was for sure foreseeable in her future. Now moving on, we get to see Sai and Bryn take a walk in the park. Pretty much, Sai is being a supportive friend, as we don't normally see her do in certain situations, and she's supporting Bryn by helping her pick out a tree to dedicate to her grandmother who raised her, Grandma Mimi. Okay, so I thought it was very sentimental for Sai to point out the tree where there's ducks nearby, in which we learned that Bryn's mom loved to feed the ducks. So I thought that was a very cute, softer side of Sai that we got to see, and also of Bryn opening up, because she's been talking about this whole season about her grandmother and how she grew up. So I thought that was very impactful to kind of end that and put that into a box. Now we see the spot that she's dedicating to her grandmother, but we don't really get to see the name and everything, the plaque, or what it's done ultimately with the space. But I think it was a beautiful space. I like the bench that she selected, the bench that was already there in that area, the tree, and I like that moment for Bryn and also Sai, because I feel like Sai, I don't know how to feel. I think it's like, I would say and argue a case that she reminds me of Bethany Frankel. Can we say that? Can we go there? Because I think she's very polarizing. She has moments that I like her, and then there's moments I do not want to see her again on these screens. So what we're gonna see is pretty much the devolution of Sai and her character, the side that we don't necessarily like. Okay, so well, we move on next to Jessel having a whole photo shoot in Jenna's home. Jenna is so kind, because I don't know how many people would offer their home to do a whole photo shoot. Like, your home is like your sanctuary, your safe place, the quietness, the peacefulness, and you kind of want to have your work not in your home space, okay? But instead, Jenna extends the offer to Jessel to host a whole photo shoot, in which Jenna Lyons is partly help assisting, which is good for Jessel and very clever for Jessel, because Jenna is known in this fashion industry for her work, and I thought that was a great opportunity for Jessel to leverage a little bit. And it was very genuine, because we hear oftentimes some of the ladies being called a social climber, but I like when we have genuine moments where the friends are being friends and they're being supportive friends, because to offer up your home and also your advice to how to improve your photos, perfect. That Jenna, she was a win this whole season. I love and enjoyed watching her throughout this whole season, and how we possibly will see her next season on The Real Housewives of New York. Now moving on, we do have a little date with Aaron and Uba. Now they resolved their issues that was left in the girls trip, and so now they're back to being friends and enjoying one another's company. But I don't know, Aaron is the one to watch, because Aaron, she's a little sneaky snake. Honestly, she's a little sneaky snake. And the reason why I say that is that Uba is having a friendship with Aaron, and she opens up and shares with Aaron how she didn't like how Sai's husband was very intrusive about her dating life and how she should be with a man or not. Uba has a position that she doesn't need someone to be whole, to be complete, and that it was out of line for Sai's husband to say that to her. So that was just her opening up to Aaron amongst them, just hanging out in New York, doing the activities that they do in New York. And you could tell already Aaron is waiting for the perfect moment to share with the girls, because we've seen her do that already before. We've seen her do that before with our girl Jenna Lyons. Like, she went ahead and took the little tidbit of information of Jenna not wanting to fly coach to make it to a whole ordeal. So I'm just waiting for the moment for this to come out. So we know it's not going to be good, because with Miss Uba, baby, Miss Uba, she comes in hot. I do not want to mess with Uba. I would not want to be the one to be in the line of fire with Uba, okay? But I do agree that I don't like so much that Uba is kind of on guard with this information. I kind of want her to share a little bit more, because it feels like she's more of a supporting character, and we see tidbits of her life, but we don't get to see too much of her personal life. And I'm a little bit nosy and I want to know. So this has been kind of like an ongoing theme amongst the ladies with Jenna Lyons. She brought up, like, if the person's not filming the show, their business shouldn't be out there for dissection. And I'm like, wait a minute. Weren't we on these ladies for not revealing their whole life, but collecting a check from Bravo for showing their reality? So I do think that it is kind of hurting the viewers' experience when they don't get to see all of the housewives' day-to-day life. Like, we already seen Uba promote her hot sauce. We've seen her talk a little bit about her mother, but that's a touchy subject. Her wanting to expand her business, and a little bit of her opening up about who she's dating, but only to Sai. And she told Sai, you better not tell nobody. But of course, these girls cannot hold water, and that information will get out. So we are preparing for Bryn's Extravaganza Eleganza birthday celebration, okay? So we get a birthday. I feel like every housewife situation, we get to celebrate at least one of the housewives' birthday during filming. So I like the venue that Bryn had. It was one of her friends' restaurant. I thought the ambiance was great. I love the balloons decorating the whole room, the whole vibe, and everyone was supposed to come with their mask. So it was a situation where, yes, to come with your mask, but not everyone actually showed up with their mask. I felt like this was the whole situation, like Legally Blonde, where you tell the girl, oh, come in your Halloween costume or an outfit for a theme, and everyone shows up normal. So it felt like that kind of situation. Some of the girls kept up with the theme, because I love a theme. I like when the girls commit to a theme, and it makes the whole situation much more fun, much more lively. So anyways, the girls are having the birthday celebration, and it was a little bit lukewarm for me. I felt like the girls were trying to make a scene, force a scene. First, of course, Sai, learned from Aaron prior to the party that Aaron shared information about Uba's partner, and she felt like she divulged a little bit too much to Aaron, and she didn't want anyone to get word of this. But apparently, outside of filming, Sai, Bryn, and Aaron hanged out, and of course Bryn was able to pull the information from the girls, and they're supposed to swear to secrecy, okay? So when, of course, Bryn goes off and throws who's the guy in Connecticut to Uba is there shocked. She just resolved the tension with Sai's husband, saying it was no big deal, no issues, no worries. But now she's back to being heated with the whole situation of Sai can't keep her mouth shut about people's business. Was it called for? Yeah, because she asked Sai not to share that information, so she was right to do that. But did I mind that Sai share that information? Not really, because what as viewers are we supposed to take from this whole situation if you're not going to share? Like, come on, we gotta make things happen. You guys want another season to follow. So Uba, she kind of runs out of the whole situation saying, oh, it's fine, but you know it's not fine. And I want to hear more about this. And I think we'll get more from this, because you can see Sai is very guilty about this, because she felt like, man, that was her personal business. I even regret even saying it to Aaron, but it came out from Bryn. And you know Bryn cannot hold water. Honey, I would not trust Bryn for secret. I love Bryn, but I would not trust her with the secret, okay? But another situation that we had in the party after that was its own situation. We did have a situation with Jessel, Aaron, and Sai. Now, I felt like that was pretty much the big event of the season that the girls had to face, because not much went down. We were still getting to know the girls. They're new to us. They're new to the whole environment, and so we had to address something. So of course, Jessel's husband Pavitt had some explaining to do. Okay, he had to apologize for the comments that he made about Sai being bipolar, which was not cool. But you know, Jessel had him apologize for that. Pull it back, that comment real quick. You know, Sai felt some type of way, which she should, because her mother went through bipolar issues. So that was a insensitive comment for sure. Now, she didn't get so heated about this, but she did want to go on and on and on about how Jessel's a liar. She doesn't tell the truth. And like, girl, maybe she should have went off about the bipolar comment, but everything else she's fighting for, it was like so pointless, very mean girl like. And you could kind of see Bryn kind of egg it on a little bit. She's like, fight on my birthday, let's Bryn wants the whole group to have a whole moment on her birthday to say the issues that you have with somebody in the party. I'm like, what kind of birthday extravaganza is this? I wouldn't want that as a party favor. Like, come on. So you could see Bryn egging the whole situation on, and it was becoming a little bit too much, and I was getting secondhand embarrassment for the whole situation. But I did appreciate Aaron twisting the joke about being a pet parrot by coming out in a costume as a parrot. I feel like, okay, Jessel was able to see this and know this is a joke, and that the girls want to move on and move forward. Now, after watching the season, I don't know how she's gonna feel. I can't wait to see this in the reunion, but I did like how we kind of ended it off. I felt like there should have been another episode, because I was kind of shocked that we saw their ending credits, and we saw a little bit of a preview of the reunion, because you know it was a short season. But then again, you know, we're giving these new girls a chance. So I wonder what this reunion is gonna be like. Overall, I feel like we had a lot of good moments in the season. I do have my favorites. Jenna Lyons, she killed it for me this season. Bryn is so lovable. Even though she's drama, she is so lovable. Jessel really won over my heart. At first, I thought she was a little bit boring, a little bit forgettable, but she really won my heart. I feel like she is that girl of this season. Now, I have to say, at first, I did like Sai, and Sai had so much potential for me. I loved her thing with food. I loved her, you know, what she does for a living and how her family is. I love her husband. The scenes with her and her husband, ate it up. It was beautiful. But her on her own with these girls, I got tired real quick of Sai. I got really tired of Sai. Maybe we may not see Sai next season, but honey. Now with Uba, I felt like I needed more from Uba. I felt like Uba kind of held her cards to her heart a little bit. She didn't open up so much. She opened up a bit, but not so much for me to be like, okay, she's spilling the tea. So I look forward to this reunion. I want to see what direction these girls are gonna go, and we'll see, guys. I want to know what your thoughts. If you made it this far to the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join the fam, and as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye, guys.